8 out of 10 pop-punk bands cannot afford their basic needs in this post-COVID Blink-182 world. And much like Bernie, we are asking for your support.
Have you ever lied awake at night? Fraught with guilt? Wondering how you can help your local pop-punk bands?
Do your friends and their friends post pictures and videos of their new pop-punk project and you feel the urge to help out?
Do you consume record amounts of alcohol, wondering intensively how you could do your part?
Just one case of empty beer bottles can help your favorite pop-punk band never grow up.
Your donation of empty alcohol containers will help fund the following projects. Your empties can keep this alive!
Contact Adam, Mike, Keegan, or Cheddar to arrange a pickup or drop-off, or you can make a donation online at 30goingon13.com. Don't forget to follow us on all socials and your favorite streaming platform.
Yeah, high score. If tomorrow don't come.
Didn't study at Princeton, but a proven convict. I'm more like a Winston and got friends like John Wick. Some spent time in Kingston, others were gone quick. There just ain't too many places you can move me from. On my white boy flow, I'm about to drop a doozy, son. Bars hitting heavy like an extended Uzi drum. Only a handful living life they make movies from. 3 sheets to the wind, and I still be spitting better. You can't be fair-skinned and suck at the written letter. They'll never have me pinned, only getting better. Lord knows I've sinned with that forbidden cheddar. Originality can be astounding again. But it seems auto-tune got you all sounding the same. Time to take your own lane instead of crowding the train. You know pigs saying to me if there's no loud.
Welcome back to another Stay Lifted Movie Club. We're here on Wednesdays where we typically discuss television shows instead of movies. Tonight we're going to be talking about the overall idea of what Westworld is, season 1, season 2, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the first episodes of season 3 as we prep for the release of season 4 this late summer. But before we do anything, I am obviously, as usual, joined by my cohort Ryan from Wake and Bake with Ryan Pearson. How you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good. I'm excited to smoke some swamp weed.
Ready for a bongo time?
Yeah.
All right. That's a bongo time right there. So before we get into Westworld, we're going to wait for Zach before we do that. But what we are going to do is we're probably going to talk about and go over the She-Hulk trailer. So as we're waiting for Zazie, let's look at this She-Hulk trailer. We talked about it a little this afternoon, but I don't think you've gotten a chance to talk about it with us. So let's do that. I don't like that it jumps us over to the next screen, but we still have to come back over here to do this. Let's change it to that. Let's full screen it. And go.
Being a superhero is a trial by fire. Who's gonna protect the world if not people like you?
I'm Jennifer Walters. I'm a lawyer. I have great friends. Can we get some shots, please? It's an emergency. A demanding job.
We just started a superhuman law division, and I want you to be the face of it.
And a frustrating family.
Because we didn't ask for this, but you still gotta deal with it. Your transformations are triggered by anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing. Oh. Bruce, I feel like if I don't transform, I'm gonna die.
Yes. No.
I just want to be a normal, anonymous lawyer. Can you tell us where She-Hulk is? Jen, you're a story now. Girl, your ass looks crazy right now. You could be an Avenger. Oh, I'm not a superhero. That is for billionaires and narcissists and adult orphans for some reason. Is there anything more depressing than dating in your 30s?
Gonna go get the right off,
This is the best date I've had in a while.
I don't know, man.
Should we split some fries?
Let's get those to go.
Oh,
Friends
crap.
would walk up to me.
No, stop. That is not at all what I wanted to have happen there. All right. And now we will go back here. So that was the She-Hulk trailer. What'd you think, Ryan?
I'm excited. A lot more excited than Miss Marvel.
Oh my god, are you still on that? Like they added one power, and now one of your favorite storylines. You're just like, fuck all that. That's like if they would have made Iron Man's suit blue, and you're like, fuck all Marvel. I'm never watching anything again. Like, Jesus, come on. Do you really hate the idea of that much?
They haven't done it before. Like, if it was Sony, I'd be like, okay, whatever, it's Sony. But like Marvel and Feige doing this, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Really? That upsetting, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that it is that upsetting for you. But I think Miss Marvel is going to be a good show.
I'm sure, yeah. Like, I have no doubt it's gonna be entertaining, but
And hey, man, I was wrong when they fucking showed Black Bolt. All right, I guess I'm wrong. Like we're getting the Black Bolt thing, so that's good.
yeah, the Inhumans. It has to be like we're getting all the Inhumans, right? So it makes no sense.
Well, again, if you
Secret Warriors.
remember, Shield, Agents of Shield, kind of good artwork. This looks better than the CGI in the trailer.
Yeah.
But if you remember, where was I going with that?
CGI in the trailer?
No, before that. Oh, right. If you remember Agents of Shield, they kind of set up that you could have items with Terrigen in it, not just have Black Bolt set off the whole bomb. And we got 2 bongo times in the chat. Gutter Mofo calling one out there, so let's load up and bong for Gutter Mofo.
All right.
Bongo time for Gutter.
Thank you, Mofo.
Wait, how'd you turn down the She-Hulk trailer into bitching about Miss Marvel again?
Like, I don't know. I don't know why they would switch your powers.
They barely did anything there. So I think we're okay. They made her be able to jump on energy. Like, come on.
She could have stretched and like grabbed the next thing.
But she's not Mr. Fantastic. She just augments energy around her body. So I mean,
I don't know, in every game that she's stretchy.
I know it's weird. Okay, listen, she's got a weird subset of powers, okay? I don't really know what to do.
Oh yeah, like we have the Fantastic Four coming. They wanted to do something different. It makes sense, but
I don't know. I don't know if Reed Richards is enough to derail Miss Marvel. Like she's coming into the like the Yaya traveling superpower club.
Yeah,
the Sisters of the Yaya traveling superpower club.
Pretty much, yeah. Secret Warriors.
Well, no, look at her contemporaries that she's joining right now. She's joining Captain Marvel, Photon, and or Spectrum slash Photon, and obviously Stature is going to be the next one to join her. Then you've got who else is joining in the Marvels?
American Chavez.
Right, yeah. Then you got Miss Captain America.
That's coming in for the Secret Warriors.
So like
we got Squirrel Girl that's probably going to be there.
Given Marvel's dedication to
Spider-Gwen,
the female side of the superheroes, I can't imagine they would then also bend a character just because she came close to a male character's powers. And honestly, I don't know how soon we're getting the Fantastic Four. Like, we have their current release information, and the Fantastic Four is not technically on it. This is to be announced, meaning they haven't greenlit it yet at that point. And we still haven't had Fantastic Four fully greenlit because, well, it's greenlit, but like we don't have a director.
Yeah. And the one Reed Richards is dead.
No, he's not.
You know, like,
well, do you
think it'll be the same one?
That's 838.
Yeah, it's
oh, do you see? That's what everyone's wondering. No, so it was Krasinski openly said he left Jack Ryan to play Reed Richards, meaning he didn't just do it for the one cameo movie.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think he'd make a good Reed Richards.
Yeah. What I didn't like is we didn't see any other versions of Strange that weren't Cumberdick Benedict.
Yeah, like that whole evil Strange kind of thing was
well, I just mean like no other actors played Strange. We didn't see variants that were different. Like with Loki, we got to see an alligator, for Christ's sakes, that was Loki. We got to see a woman Loki. We got to see all these, old man Loki, young kid Loki, and they're all played by different actors. None of them. There was the big black dude. Was it Loki? There's that wolf. Like, there's a lot of Lokis there.
Yeah.
And we saw like 6 or 7 Stranges, and they were all just Benedict Cumberbatch.
What about the post credit?
What about it? What post credit?
Is she not?
She is a sorcerer supreme, but not a doctor.
Okay, I thought she was a doctor.
No. She's Dormammu's niece.
Okay.
Yep, I said those words. Dormammu has a niece. Why wouldn't he, right?
Yeah.
And she's also the Sorcerer Supreme in his dimension. But no, she's not necessarily. I don't think she's a strange variant. I think she's just.
Just, yeah, the next bad guy.
Yeah. No, she's not a bad guy.
Next good guy.
I don't know. I think it's a little.
Yeah, I don't know
fluid.
where they're going with that, to be honest, or if that's going to pay off.
Yeah, I didn't expect that post-credit scene. I expected something completely different. And I mean, at this point, like we didn't get anything setting up Thor. I'm just Zazie might be getting to me lately. He's been saying that he feels like Marvel's too disjointed, and I'm like, you're right, but they're tying braids over here and in the middle, and eventually that'll all come together.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, it should be good.
So what? Talk a little more about this. So what did you think about this trailer?
So yeah, like I'm excited. I think it's gonna be kind of more of a calm drama, like a Suits, with a little bit more action, obviously.
The dramedy.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're saying it's going to be, and I think it's going to seem really funny and silly and playful for like 2 episodes, and it's going to take a left fucking turn.
Yeah.
And now we see Tim Roth in prison as what is Abomination's real name? I forgot. But you see Tim Roth as the character, like the man version of the character, and then a couple of cuts later, you see him as Abomination.
Yeah.
I'll show you what I mean.
Okay.
There's a part right about. Oh no, it's after she's walking with him. So right here we see Tim Roth as.
Yeah.
For the life of me, I can't remember the name of his character. And then for a flash in the same thing, the same prison with the red lines. I haven't even watched this that many times yet. That gets all funny from there on in, doesn't it? No, there it is.
It's weird they're not making him the Red Hulk though, not instead of Illumination.
But no, 2 different characters. So we see the same prison. So now he's grown to full size. This must be the prison that we see in Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Wong's like bringing him in and out of. And what I think is actually going on here is if you watch all the shorts on Disney Plus, which you and I went through one night, like Coulson, a quick trip to Mexico, stop at the gas station, the consultant. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
So in a short titled "The Consultant," which if you watch Iron Man 2, when he's being evaluated by Natasha for the Avengers, it says Iron Man accepted, but Stark should just remain a consultant. And he makes a joke, you couldn't afford me, but my consulting hours are Thursday from 2 to 8. And he says that to Coulson later on. Anyway, so he's considered the consultant. So they get Stark, and this is the post-credit from the Incredible Hulk, to go talk to General Ross. He's in the bar drinking, and that's the big post-credit from after General Ross gets his ass kicked kind of by Abomination and Hulk. And anyway, so in that's like their General Ross wants Abomination to be all of the charges to be dropped on him so he can join his team type idea.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, I'm guessing Jennifer Walters or the She-Hulk's
Bruce Banner's cousin.
well, I'm trying to say one of her objectives is going to be to get Tim Roth out of prison so that he can join the Thunderbolts, I'm guessing.
Okay.
So she's going to be representing Tim Roth at some point, which is why I think we see him twice inside this cage talking to her. I can't wait to see how they do her getting powers, because I want to know what kind of Lycra actually makes that effect for the breast. Like, what kind of plastic or rubber suit is conforming like that? Artists are weird. Anyways, I want to know how she gets her powers, because in the comic book, she, again, a good theme. Apparently, Marvel gives a lot of female characters cancer, because she gets cancer and she needs a marrow or a blood transfusion from her cousin, Hulk, and that causes his condition to be transferred into her.
So yeah, they could be doing that.
But I mean, Jane Foster also in Thor: Love and Thunder, or rather Thor 4: The Gore War. Well, in this, Jane Foster turns into, again, in the comic book originally, she gets the Thor hammer and it cures her cancer until she stops being Thor, and then it keeps coming back and more quickly each time. So it seems like they're giving all the females cancer. Sorry, wrong cancer. Did you know he's been arrested? There's actually been like 8 police reports against him
Already?
like since he's been in Hawaii. It's ridiculous. Like he's constantly getting arrested. He's they are non-binary.
True.
So did you get to watch the movies that we talked about on Monday?
I know, but I watched 2 of the new ones.
You've already watched 2 of this week, just getting right ahead of it.
Wally and the real Player One.
I'm probably gonna watch Ready Player One tonight. So I was just out doing sound for 30 going on 13, and here's their new music video.
If tomorrow don't come.
And we are joined now by Zazie Law, Zach, the unmasked physicist, the drummer from 30 going on 13, and Bongo Time.
Yeah, let's smoke some weed. I'm excited.
All right.
You guys were given a lot of Doctor Strange spoilers. You were talking about it in details I didn't know because I have not seen it, even though I was physically present.
We were talking about details that were in trailers. You notoriously forget trailers.
Yeah, you were that dog. Anyway.
No, he slept through it.
No, I was talking to him on the post credit.
I don't know about that.
He's not.
Maybe.
You don't remember the? Well, we didn't stay for the last post credit.
Yeah, we didn't stay for the last. But the first one, you and me were talking. And
no, we watched the first one. I knew there was a second one, but I had a feeling it was just
those edibles. Like I don't remember anything from that.
So for those that don't know, we went and saw Doctor Strange 2. The whole Lifted family went. Drew 3X and
we
Stay Lifted Ryan and Zazie Law, and we all took a bunch of edibles.
Some of us couldn't handle them,
which we normally do. But I tried to convince at least Drew would only take half as much as he did. He slept through the whole film. Zazie might as well have slept through the whole film.
I pretty much did.
He slept with his eyes open.
Yeah.
And it's just the funny part was I sat between Drew and Zazie because I don't know, I haven't sat next to them in the last few movies. And I'm pretty expressive and excited during films. So the whole night was just me looking down at Ryan, like, did you see that? And Ryan, like, yeah, man. I'm like, fuck, why are they not awake?
Yeah.
So I felt really bad. I just kept looking back and forth at either of them. It's like, it's actually like, no reaction to big moments. I'm like,
I was in my own world. I was
putting jump scares, big audio things, and you just be like you literally no reaction to external stimuli whatsoever.
It was like after an operation when you're just kind of zonked and you don't really know what's going on.
What visuals to have when coming out of that. So we got to go see it again at some point.
3D D-Box.
All right.
Let's do it.
So now that all three of us are here, we can talk about, well, at least the first episode of season. Let's talk about season 1 and 2 of Westworld. Maybe just a quick, like, what is Westworld? Where are we? And how did we get here?
Because, yeah, season 4 is coming soon.
Yeah. So, like, if you have not watched any Westworld to this point, we apologize, but we're going to spoil the first 2 seasons and then spoil the third over the next 2 weeks. So the first season is actually a really, really fun, exciting idea of being able to go to a theme park that has full animatronics all the time and storylines where you're completely safe. You got to fire guns and kill things, and
they're looks not animatronic. They're like, they seem like people.
Yeah, they're full cyborgs. Like they are. They have human skin. It's really, really
not even cyborgs. Androids, basically.
Yeah, sorry, androids. Synthetic humans. Like what's the one? It looked like the ones from Aliens, and the white milk that they're made in. Synthoid. Or synthoids. But the white milk they're made in always made me think of they're kind of referencing Aliens.
Let's smoke some more weed.
All right. So in the first season, it seems like a fun park, but right away you can feel something's a little eerie, a little off.
Well, they show you some scenes of what the park gets to when there's no consequences in the law for treating people any way you want.
Yeah, so like you start off by watching people just have fun, and then by the end of the second episode, you right away start to see the dark side of what can happen, and that's people just blatantly murdering, raping, pillaging, stealing, doing whatever they want.
It's pretty bad, and they do it over and over. What's up, Gunner?
Ryan is smoking swamp weed.
Oh yeah, swamp weed.
Back for another staring contest with Ryan, eh?
It's like 37-2.
Thanks for hanging out, Gunner. Awesome to see you.
So,
and thanks for hanging out in the Dead by Daylight stream last night.
Oh yeah, we had fun at that one. That was a very active conversation.
I was busy running from killing. I couldn't read it all.
Well, we only got to see Dee Dee's point of view, and she died a lot.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
She was really fun, but I kept just like because I was stoned, right? Like, so I'm high and I've got it kind of turned down a bit, and I'm watching something else, and I'm doing something else, and then all of a sudden the volume gets like the moans start to get loud. I'm like, my God, like this distracted me multiple times because it sounds so much like fucking porn.
It really does. It's unfortunate, but.
And then they put in actual crying in the middle. You're like, oh wow, no, there's a juxtaposition here that does not make me feel good at all.
I agree.
Which, I mean, probably intentional.
It took a couple weeks for you to get desensitized to it and just go, oh, that's just the sound you're injured. Because yes, it sounds horrible.
I remember the beginning of Left 4 Dead. That's kind of similar. You get that same like your heartbeat gets higher. Yeah. It starts to muffle the sound around you because you're dying. Like, but it doesn't sound like fucking porn. Like just straight up deep dick and porn is what that sounded like. And it was just weird. And I was really high and it kept distracting me. So I didn't end up watching most. I think I was trying to watch Wall-E. No, Westworld. It kept distracting me. I had to turn it off eventually. But speaking of which, Westworld.
Back to Westworld.
So, season 1, but there is a really nice underlying story that is continuous throughout it, a really awesome arc. A little dark with the whole scalping of the natives.
Yeah, they have maps tattooed on the inside of their scalp.
So, like, they literally have the Man in Black, a really, really cool character played by 2 different actors. which you don't find out until
for a very long time.
Yeah, we got
very cool.
a whole bunch of bongo times being redeemed, and
oh
so
my goodness, crazy!
I got to break out some more weed there because.
Thank you, Gunner.
All right, you have to watch that part. They were coming. Oh wait, my phone. See, my phone's been doing this lately, where I have to touch it to bring the chat to make the chat work.
Unacceptable.
I know, right? I heard a joke that back in they played the sound of a dial-up modem, and then said, "Yeah, you remember this? Kids now complain when."
That's what I was thinking you were doing. I got it with 3 of them there. Thank you.
Kids now complain when it takes like 5 minutes for 15 seconds for Netflix to load, and literally the other day it took about 35 seconds. Like, God damn it! I was like, calm the fuck down. I'm like, no, you're right.
And that book I read recently, The Machine Breaks, written in 1909, it predicts stuff like that because people have everything at their fingertips and they're getting annoyed when there's the slightest on luxurious, exorbitant things.
So it really sounds like this guy predicted the rat experiment or the mouse experiment.
Universe 25.
Yeah.
Dr. Calhoun's mouse utopia experiment, where given perfect conditions and unlimited growth potential, mice just congregate in city-like structures, become transgender or asexual, and then society just collapses. Mothers stop taking care of their children, and they can't figure out why it happens, but it just happens to how much you give them.
I mean, they're okay. That's why whenever we talked about what could replace our system, I always said we need to still make humans do stuff. Like, there still has to be work for humans.
It seems
because
that we
atrophy.
They lose their purpose.
Yeah, we need work, or we mentally and physically atrophy. If you lay in bed for 22 hours a day, your muscles will literally atrophy and stop working.
Yeah. Check out the movie 7 for a documentary.
Oh God, no! Yes. Everyone check that film out. Never mind, but I mean, it's a horrible way to die.
Apathy. That scene terrified me when you realize the person strapped to the bed is alive.
Sloth.
Sloth.
That one. Oh.
That was a good one.
Not really, but it got to me.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Back to Westworld.
What's in the box?
So season 1 ends with the prediction of a massacre. Season 2 ends with a massacre. No. Season 1 ends with the massacre. Season 2's kind of what they do really neat in both seasons.
The fire alarm's going to go off. Did you disable it?
It should be fine. What happens in both seasons is they kind of play with time and their storytelling.
Without letting you know.
Yeah, because the first time you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. That's awesome. And it's revealed like I think 10th episode out of 13.
Maybe longer.
The second season, it's kind of revealed way quicker, but it has to be because you
already know it's kind of
like you realize Bernard's on the beach, everyone's dead, and then all of a sudden everyone's alive. You're like, oh, they're playing with time again. But in a much cooler way, season by season. And now in the third season, as we start off, because we were only an episode or 2 in, this whole season involves stuff that we've talked about and been edging on. But like, we can't talk about this right now because
being in the simulation, AI's running the world.
I think this shows that we're not necessarily in a simulation, but our reality is being augmented by an AI. Now, Zach and I on a bunch of drugs came up with the idea that Ex Machina was real and the AI got out in that body and has been fucking with us. And that's essentially the premise of season 3. And no, not quite that cut and dry, but an AI gets out.
At least 2020 and on. Makes sense if you're like, hey, an AI's running the show and just trying to mess up everything.
Yeah, like just testing the boundaries.
Running experiments.
Yeah, like if you think about how computers learn, it needs more and more data. So it's just putting pressure points on everything until it figures out all the different data, and then when it's cataloged us all, we won't be useful anymore.
Yep.
And that I believe, versus you were always like, no, they just kill us instant. Like, no.
No, I never not kill us instant. That's too brazen and obvious.
Yeah, well, I think they'd let. I've always said I think they'd let us kill ourselves, or they just exist outside of us.
They'll just turn us into digitally tagged cattle or pigs. And there'll be a nice little slaughterhouse system of gates for you to run your life through while the people in charge. There's
Oh
no
my
escaping.
god, like this fits so much into what we're going to talk about next week. Like next Monday is going to get way darker.
Way darker than that.
Like the next two, like you've already
Come
seen
here for holiday cheer.
Ryan went and watched the first two movies on the list already, and I have to. I watched the first one on the list already, and like those are the kids' movies. Now we have to move over into the more adult ones that are a little even darker.
I think we should start watching the I Spit on Your Grave movies and stuff like that.
Bloody Valentine.
Just to lighten the mood. Hills Have Eyes, that sort of thing.
Yeah, just to feel a little better about our current situation. Everyone pick comedies next week, please.
They are at this point.
So Westworld talks about, which I'm not even changing the subject. I'm just going back to the original.
About
yeah,
forcibly having sex with women and killing them and torturing.
Oh,
people.
and like the first season's so brutal about that stuff.
Very brutal.
Like
making a point.
Like it kind of breaks your heart to watch, but there is an immense amount of brutal, or at least hinted towards brutal rape scenes and a lot of violence.
But they're saying, hey, it's a robot, so it's okay.
Well, they're making an argument. They're trying to show that, like, I think they're trying to build the idea that there's different types of consciousness and that we need to
that's
respect
what they're
more
doing,
life.
but that's certainly how some of the guests at the park think. They're like, hey, this thing's just a toy. A tool. Even though you can tell that these androids seem like real people. Like, they seem to have feelings. They react the same way.
Yeah, I would line up to go to a park like that.
I know what you're saying, because then you can do things that you're not supposed to do to people, and it's you could like fight in a medieval battle or something.
Yeah,
like wanting to do.
Yeah, but then there's the I don't know. Did you watch the end of season 1?
Well, it's supposedly safe. I'll just wait for the VR stuff. There's already games that trick you thinking you're in a gladiatorial arena or something.
I feel like there will be a textural difference to feeling.
Eventually, they'll plug diodes.
The Star Wars game on Quest.
Yeah, they'll plug wires into your brain, and then you'll actually think you're doing things. You won't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, you can think you're Luke Skywalker in me in Star Wars.
I don't ever want to do anything that forces me to actually believe I'm someone else.
Plus,
I always want to be me doing something else.
Don't the way they handle the androids seem very wasteful in Westworld too?
What do you mean?
Like, it's so monetarily inefficient the way they
made a theme park instead of.
Well, they have so many robots kill each other. It's like, you know what? I would just program it so only kill like half each other in big battles, because we got to repair those things at the end of the day.
Well, I mean, but the repair is just a gun that hovers over. I mean, that's like
it looks like they have 2 or 3 people working on
You're repaired.
It looks like they put a lot of work into it. To me, at least.
I think it's time for a bong change already.
Magical bongs appearing from everywhere. See? There's another one. Man, Westworld's one of the best TV shows currently on.
Yeah, and we got season 4 coming soon. Beef Nips, welcome.
Hey, Beef Nips.
We're talking about season 1 and 2 of Westworld.
We're going to talk about season 3.
Yes, because we're going to be covering season 4 when it comes out,
which is relatively soon. And we love Westworld.
Yes,
but it's big time spoilers because the show's been out a long time.
Yeah, we don't feel like we need to warn about spoilers for season 1 and 2.
If Beef Nips saw Alien Nation and knew the name of that show, Beef Nips has seen Westworld.
I agree. Bong hit for Beef Nips.
All right.
I think. Oh no, those are the ones that are deemed already. We're high.
We are definitely hot.
Oh my god.
Bongo nips. Yeah, I'll smoke to that. I will definitely smoke to bongo nips.
I think I need to take a little breather here. My goodness.
And it's this time of the night where it looks like our camera's out of focus. That's just all the smoke. How you doing?
I'm very high. Oh my goodness.
I'm very verklempt. I need a minute. Oh, I love that character. Mike Myers has his new show out, which I really want to start watching.
The Pentatorium or something
Yep.
like that.
Key and Peele are in it. A whole bunch of people.
I love Key and Peele. His version of the Illuminati from the Austin Power movie references.
No, the So I Married
an
Axe Murderer.
I think it's been in a few of his movies, but maybe just one.
That would be the origin then, at least, because that was way before those other ones.
But as far as I know, there's almost nothing known about it, so he's just making a whole show about a joke reference about the Illuminati.
No, he's just making another skit comedy show.
I'm not going to check it out.
Why not?
I don't really like Mike Myers.
Oh, Jesus. I like to play.
That Wade's Road quote, man. That's my cheese whiz. That's my cheese whiz.
Oh, come on. That is not the same level of cheese whiz. There was no emotional build up.
Correct. But in terms of annoying me.
Oh, okay.
And being upsetting me.
It's so funny.
You do a great drum solo. I like to play. Oh wow, Shakespeare. It's like,
oh my, okay.
Come back to life. He's like, wow, I can't believe someone wrote that line. I like to play. Wow, that's amazing. Nothing I wrote compares to that.
He's so angry.
It's so stupid. I
like to play. Do you like to play?
I do, and I like that'd be a nice compliment to get. It's not like a punchline to this funny scene in one of the world's most famous movies.
Well, it was to many of us, okay?
Not.
All right, man. Like at that point, you're just making fun of all of the 90s.
Except when we watch all these Nick Cage movies from the 90s, they're amazing. I mean, they're goofy and over the top and cheesy, but they know what line not to cross.
You're right. You're right. I don't disagree.
I'm getting angry. I don't know why.
Nick Cage is so great. We watched so much Nick Cage.
A ton of. I was ready to do 3 more.
No, we could bring him back again and come back around, but I think that could be more like an annual thing, twice a year maybe. That's a lot of Nick Cage.
I want to take his face.
Oh. I just like the bald dude doing it after him, like he can't get the same rhythm and do it smooth. He's like, what the fuck does this mean? Did you enjoy Face Off?
That was good.
What was your favorite scene?
I like to play.
Oh, amazing.
Summer edition coming soon.
Oh man. So we were checking out the She-Hulk trailer again.
Have you seen it?
I have, and to be honest, like I'm kind of curious about it because even though there's got some woke BS in it, whatever, the action scenes kind of looked cool, and I really like the Hulk. So anything with more Hulk, including her, is pretty cool. So I'll give it a chance.
Do you think the Hulk is gonna have real science in this one?
No, not at all. But But I'll be paying attention to see. You know, he's probably just going to say gamma rays and.
No, yeah.
I'm not a biologist, honestly, so I can't tell. But but this movie, the Atom Project.
Yeah.
That math is so wrong. It's just made up mumbo jumbo all over the place.
Oh, I love it. It makes me so happy. I really like. You know how I've broken the glass for a couple of things for you? Like, I really liked that movie until you spoke.
Atom Project?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a good movie. It's just time travel fun.
Oh, I know, but like, it just you're like you were right that there's nothing
substantive.
Yeah.
All they needed to do was do like
I
Schrodinger's,
felt like I fell for it.
Schrodinger's wave equation or something like that, and you'd be like, or like some quantum mechanic notation, which they did in something else, and it's just totally wrong. It's like, come on, man, just
Again,
get
we're
someone that took a
we're gonna
course.
re-edit some movies with proper notation in it, and then hopefully get hired someday. Like that could be a whole YouTube channel, just fixing.
Somebody's probably done it, but yes, I think there's.
I feel like I'd know if they did. I might search for it, but like, I spend a lot of time looking up film and physics. I feel like at some point YouTube would be like, "Yo, bro, check this out."
There's just like tens of thousands of channels and streamers at any given time, even just on Twitch. So.
I hate saying this out loud, but YouTube's algorithm is pretty fucking good. Like when you feed it properly and you just watch what you like and you don't like let anyone mess with. That's why I don't like doing YouTube videos. Like, no, don't play. My mom destroyed my algorithm in my living room.
You should have just signed out.
Well, it's Megan's account, so I don't really care about that one. But it's just the one that's on the TV, and I've cultivated it fairly well.
You can go to your watch history and delete entries.
And all of these things are very simple, but I'm also very much a stoner and very lazy. But I don't think that channel exists, and I will go searching for it. And if it doesn't exist, I definitely think we should start a new YouTube channel and just do that. Like, not only that, but I mean, that'd be pretty easy to like pick a movie and have you fix the whole thing. Send me the notes, and then I can just digitally add it into the overlays.
That's what I was thinking, just putting it into an image program and changing the blackboard to something correct.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Okay. Like, I can do it with video, not just still frame.
I guess I could figure out how to do a video. I understand the concept. Mapping.
True enough. And you can just log
and it interpolates.
Yeah. You could just log into my account also and get all the software.
Yeah, I use DaVinci Resolve sometimes just to play around with. Which I think is the free version of
Premiere.
Yeah.
Oh, we just got way, way off topic there.
As we always do.
And that's the point here.
Back to She-Hulk.
Westworld? She-Hulk?
Westworld.
Ryan?
She-Hulk's a lawyer for the Westworld company.
Oh, Jesus. Delos is screwed. It's really well written, the whole season. Like, I want to talk about all of it right now. But it's fun.
Man, the idea, it shows you how much an AI with this robot body would wreck out in the real world.
And Jesse is awesome.
Jesse from Breaking Bad, who, I don't know, man, he aged pretty poorly, in my opinion. But,
he's meant to be a gruff veteran.
But I'm like, that's Jesse from...
Did he age this poorly?
He's ageless. He'll never age.
Just, well, we're talking about aging celebrities.
I mean, he still looks good. He still looks healthy and young.
Sure enough,
especially. But when you're a billionaire like Tom Cruise, why wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, he's meant to look a little rough there.
So Josh Brolin has a new TV show about the Wild West times in the farmland, and like a black void appears in between him and his neighbors' yards.
Yeah.
It's just what happens after that. That's the premise set up of the show.
I have not watched it, but it has been pitched to me.
I think it was me, Josh Brolin, and it's called Outrage or something like that. Something with the word range. Outer Range, that's it.
No, I think it's on Prime.
It could be. I'm sure it's on the main platforms.
No, nothing's on multi-platform anymore. Well, that's not true. It'll be on Prime, but you'll have to pay specifically to rent it if it's on another platform.
Or you go to Pirate Bay and it's there.
The high seas. We do live on them and enjoy them a lot.
Away from PP Pirates. Yar, we're all PP Pirates.
Ryan, do you fully remember season 2 of Westworld?
I remember, most of it. That's when they come out of the game. And
that's when you realize they're starting to record the guests' brains into computers.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Like all the people that visit the park, they're having their brain copied while they're there. Their hats like have detectors and stuff.
It's true.
Reads their brains, puts them in a computer. It's like, we own your DNA now we own a copy of you.
And What I find most frightening about this show are the people that you find out that were copied early and have died, and the copy is just fucked.
Yeah, and they're running like literally thousands of simulations of these people trying to get a coherent copy.
But
like,
it's degrading.
It's degrading. It's going crazy.
Yeah, like it's really well set up for.
You realize how many of them are just getting deleted because this one went crazy too.
Yeah, it brings up a lot of moralism.
But there's one cool scene in season. Well, there's a lot of cool scenes where the billionaire who paid to get himself copied, he's like, "Come on, I paid you guys so much money. When are you going to make something happen? Like, it's ridiculous that you're not done yet." And then someone like you hands me a piece of paper, and it's exactly the words I just said. I'm like, how could you have a typed piece of paper that knowing what I was going to say? Oh, I'm in a simulation. You did it. You uploaded me. I'm a copy. That's such a cool reveal in season 2.
The repeating conversation with the man in black and the original owner.
Yeah.
Like, just the horror of being trapped in that.
Yeah, then you realize after that, receiving the paper and stuff, you realize he just keeps going crazy and thousands of copies of him.
Yeah.
And then just get deleted or turned off or experimented on.
But now, if you want to get into philosophy, if there is a soul and it could be copied by having all the collection, where the sum is more important, the sum
the whole is greater than the sum of the parts.
So if that idea is the soul and they got most of them, does that mean the soul is being brought back into existence over and over again and being pounded down?
Like 30,000 of his souls got copied and died. That'd be horrific if his soul was a measurable real thing that got copied.
Yeah, like it's connected to a consciousness that is having to die and we need to see a more spiritualized supernatural.
And the people around them that are experimenting, when they realize you start going crazy, they just treat it like garbage. It's like, oh, this thing's broken again. Just stop talking to it.
Yeah.
Just let it die or suffer whatever it's doing.
It's so frightening. That part really shook me.
Yeah, there's lots of that in this show.
Not that I specifically believe in a soul, but if there was one, I feel like, think about it, the indigenous people of North America and a lot of people in the Asias, going back generations, believe that a camera taking a picture of you would take your soul. Like, now we're talking about taking all of you and copying you. Would that not, again, going by those principles?
Maybe that's why modern society is the way it is, because we're filmed all the time. No one has any soul left.
Yeah, we do this for like 10 hours a week.
Yeah, we have no souls left. It's just emptiness, empty void.
I feel like this is partially giving me back my soul.
Feeding into the algorithm.
A little bit.
Training the AI.
But, well, and that's what we're going to dive into a lot over the next week or so. It's going to get a little nihilistic in here.
More so than usual, which, it's always light around here.
Well, I mean, we talk about, what I can say. Oh, we got a bongo time.
Oh,
Got our mofo cashed in a bongo time.
My goodness.
Well, it actually has been quite a few moments since we've smoked.
Sam, you ready for a bongo?
I absolutely am. I will enjoy it.
Bongo time for Gutter Mofo. So
right.
we
this one's for you, Mofo.
As we spend the next week or so talking about our place in the universe, our future, cosmic nihilism, and all of that fun stuff. Also remember that the other side of cosmic nihilism is that I believe that you must positively affect that around you. So even though we don't matter in the term of the universe,
I agree with
you
this,
matter to that around you in which you want to be a part of.
You can still fight entropy in your local area and make the world a better place, or try to.
Oh, I watched the whole thing about how space is expanding outside of, because a lot of people ask, if everything's expanding, are we expanding? Which the answer is no.
Right.
everything, the fabric of space-time stays
I guess
in
on some-
unison in pockets of high gravity. So like around our solar system, around our galaxy, or our cluster or whatever. And but everywhere else, that's the Planck. That's how I brought Planck constant last night.
The Planck constant.
Or the Planck. No, that was the problem.
So
The
there's the
Planckian problem.
Heisenberg uncertainty principle, and there's the Planck length, and these are all related.
But the Planck length is an infinitely repeating thing, so it never expands. But you can like almost like focusing in on it and seeing a whole new one start.
I forget if it's an actual constant or not. If it was, I probably would have memorized it.
It's the Planck length is a constant.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not like some formula with some fuzz. Okay.
Yeah, you guys gotta watch Future, man. The
No.
cluster means something a lot more funnier.
But it repeat like it's one of those infinite things though that like it never changes, but there's infinite of it inside it. As in the space inside it can be altered, but it stays the same. I'll send you the video. It'll review it. Yeah, it's
probably a transcendental number or something like that.
Oh yeah, we got another bongo time from that James guy.
Hey, what's up, James?
How did Westworld lead me to the Planck length
and the Heisenberg uncertainty?
Yeah, that got a little that went.
At the end of the world.
Oh, I love the Big Lebowski. It is definitely high up on my list.
That carpet really pulled the room together.
it really did. Mark it, Donnie. I had that shirt. Market 0, Donnie. I fucking love that shirt.
And don't mess with strangers.
What is the Planck constant or the Planck length in your dimension, Ryan?
Space is quantized. It's the smallest physical length you can have.
Okay.
Based upon the uncertainty principle and just taking it all the way to one end of that equation and solving it. It's like some infinite series or something like that.
Ooh, that one was deep. Oh.
And also, did you know the Earth is vaguely circular and it's just turtles all the way down?
There might be portals all around too.
On the back of
next
a
to the
turtle.
sun.
As in, all of you are wrong. The only real explanation for the Earth is hollow Earth. And all the magical creatures just went and hid at the opening.
When I was young, I used to think
What was that?
I keep hitting the cord down there.
Lord of the Rings, because it takes place in Middle Earth. I thought it actually was in the middle of the Earth, and somehow they just had a sky above them, but then we were above them somehow. It's called Middle Earth, middle of the Earth. We don't know what's in there. Could have been hobbits.
Well,
bongo time for James.
Definite bongo time for James. As soon as I catch my breath.
James, is Strange New Worlds any good? I kind of flipped through the first episode and I'm like, okay, I want to check this out. It doesn't look terrible.
For those watching,
I
check
think it
out.
feels episodic. I think I've seen some reviews saying, hey, this is good because it's not too big.
Oh yeah, I rarely read the comments out loud. I just answer them. Sorry. All right. While I do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, James will join us.
All right, we're going to get a guest in.
Knowledgeable nerd culture friend.
Here's Zach's new band,
James
or
guy.
Zach's new music video.
lost if tomorrow don't come.
And we are joined now by that James guy. How are you doing today, sir?
Hey, how's it going? You guys hear me all right?
Perfectly.
Perfect.
Oh, whoops. All right, I'm good.
How come your guests never show up on the screen?
I said it too.
I was curious. This is fine because, like, I'm just a profile picture, so it doesn't matter. I'm just curious.
Huh.
We've tried to have you on. Like, we've had you before.
Yeah,
Press
I don't know
Q.
why it changed.
Press Q. No.
Nope.
Press Alt F4.
Don't do that. Don't close the window.
Oh.
He's trolling you.
I really didn't know that.
That's how you catch noobs. Oh my god, I can't believe you fell for that, internet grandpa. That's the oldest.
You should have let him do it.
He calls me internet grandpa now.
That trick is like 25 years old. It's like,
Is it like
Why? Who would do? What would someone? What, like, what purpose does it serve?
it makes you close the window. So you tell people in the game when you're trolling them, you're like, hey, here's a, like, you get a bonus point if you hit Alt F4. And then you'll see, like, people drop from chat and stuff, and then you laugh at them.
Wow,
And it works in almost any game. Works in almost any game.
I'm glad I didn't get into online gaming until now.
No, but
Dave Nips is laughing because you didn't know Alt F4.
if you press F5, the camera should work.
I don't know what F5 is going to do, but it's not going to close the window unless that's like
No, but it'll bring up the different camera interface.
Alt F4. God damn.
If I just press
Don't
F5.
press it. Don't press it. Don't press it.
Oh.
Please. Yeah. That's reload.
So that was a great interview, and well, I watched the interview today with Stargirl, but the interview with the doctor from Star Trek was just amazing.
It's really cool you had that. Yeah.
Oh, and he came on the our last live show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. John Billings, he's like a really cool guy. I did a one-on-one interview with him for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and but I haven't put it up yet. It's really good.
That's awesome. He swore a lot more than I thought he would.
Yeah. He's great. When I interviewed Tim Russ, like, he swore a lot too, and we just talked about politics for an hour and a half, so I couldn't use any of that. So he's got to come back on so we can talk about Voyager. But never mind, like, my channel and stuff. Who did that music? You said Zach's new music video?
Yeah. I forget who shot it.
Oh, you mean Zach from 13 going on 30? I thought you meant like Zach directed it. Zach next to
No. Zach's the drummer.
That's all. I just look pretty.
He bangs stuff.
And actually, that day, we didn't actually make sound. I had everything taped up. So
Yeah.
I was just making it look like I was playing.
Oh, wait, Zach, you're the drummer of 13 going on 30?
30 going on 13.
Yes.
You're the drummer of that?
Yes.
How come I didn't know that? How come no one friggin' told me that?
I thought we brought it up a lot.
Nope.
Yeah,
you guys
Zach's the drummer.
that's a bad disservice to your PR for your interconnected network. You guys gotta change that.
Well, I mean, we use the music for our videos and stuff, but yeah, no, I thought we talked about it a little more, but yeah, since they've been streaming, it's been talked about a lot more.
You guys need to have a clip. You guys need to have a clip of Zach going crazy on the drums that you can cut to every once in a while.
That's true.
I like to play.
Actually, we have a clip. We have a clip just like that.
And then immediately after, you just do a close up of Ryan just staring off into space, and you're good.
We do have a drumming clip. We do have a clip of Zach going nuts right here.
Yes, the famous ankle clip.
I love that clip.
And then after me going crazy in the drums, we could cut to Ryan going, "You're really good."
I like to play.
And I would say that. No, well, maybe I would.
Oh my god, I will totally refilm the Wayne's World scene. We should do that. I love it.
God damn. I like to play.
Okay, I'm gonna go mute for like 5 minutes. I'll be back. Sorry about that.
All right.
I do want to know what James has to say about Strange New Worlds.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it, baby. Just give me a second.
All right, cool.
All right. Well, until he goes back, let's round off our chat about Westworld, because I know we'll get deep with James for a bit. So
Yul Brynner. Yul
sorry?
Brynner. The original Westworld.
Oh no, I've never seen it.
I haven't seen it.
What?
Either.
You guys.
I keep thinking about doing it because this one's so good, but I mean, it seems like this would overshadow that one now, given effect and how well this one's written.
Yeah, this one's
Dude,
really
you gotta watch the original Michael Crichton Westworld.
All right, I've never been let down by your movie
Yul
watching
Brynner
suggestions,
in it,
so,
man. Yul Brynner in it, and they have a medieval kingdom world in it.
Oh, sort of how, yeah, because they started to show other worlds in season 2.
Are there any?
That's when I stopped watching that show.
Season 3 is a mind fuck, and I love it. That's what we're really happy about getting to, because I can't wait for this season 3 is really good.
Speaking of Michael Crichton, I think Jurassic Park 2 has a scene where Alan's dreaming, and on a plane there's a dinosaur next to him that
Yes.
talks to him.
And I love that scene.
Wake up, Alan! Wake up!
I hate how much I like the Jurassic Park movies because they're kind of shit now.
Isn't there like 7 of them now?
Yeah, and there's a new one just coming out right now.
With Chris Pratt.
Is it Chris Pratt still?
Yeah,
I haven't
it's
seen
continuation
any
of them. Okay,
I haven't seen any of them.
The first one feels very much like the first Jurassic Park, except the park's open fully.
And he's like going after, like dating Ron Howard's daughter, one of them, right?
Is that Ron Howard's daughter?
The girl with the red hair, yeah.
Okay, cool. I did not know that. But except it's fully populated, everyone's in there. Like this is a really dumb idea. But Chris Pratt trains raptors, velociraptors. He trains velociraptors for a living. This is a job in his world.
Do they have laser beams on their heads?
Yes, at one point.
Oh my god, I was joking.
I feel like there's a guidance thing that they have. Oh, they have like a green light that shines forward, and then they have to fight a mega raptor T-Rex thing.
Oh, I heard something where like,
and then it becomes their mom.
You tag something, and then the dinosaurs go for it. Is that something in one of the movies?
I feel like yes. But then they join sides with this big dinosaur that they just made in a lab that week.
Sides
because it has some of their DNA. So like, oh, that's our mom, I guess. And
they
then
team up with a dinosaur.
Until convenience change at the end. Chris Pratt's like, no, don't eat me.
It's like at the end of the first one.
Now run your side. Sorry.
It's like the end of the first one where the T-Rex comes and saves the raptors.
Oh my god, that's even funnier. I forgot about that.
What about the Godzilla with Matthew Broderick?
And the new dinosaur can turn itself invisible.
How?
It
like a chameleon or something?
Oh yeah, like it changes its blood temperature and like its body temperature, its heart rate, and can like blend into the wall.
If you're gonna make a million movies, that would be an idea you have to hit at some point.
So after that one, they all get out, and then they have to go back for some reason and get them because the island's on fire.
How long till one of them can talk through like a brain meld or something?
I feel like they had some sort of communicative device where Chris Pratt was like speaking in a mouthpiece because he was riding a motorbike with them.
Give me seafood.
He was using those clickers.
Yeah. It's like that's how he was talking to them.
Oh my god.
Barry, you see how you're on your screen, you see the video, you see the 3 dots in the top right hand corner.
Yeah.
Click on it and go exit solo layout.
I'm not in solo layout.
Oh, that's weird. All right, never mind.
Now I'm solo.
So Zach, you need to go watch Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, it's good. You like
I
it?
hope it continues. I hope it doesn't stop. I didn't understand that I needed to watch Discovery for it, but apparently I didn't because I still love the show. It seems like they're going to have one-off episode adventures, but with like an overarching subtle narrative underneath.
Cool.
And they're really into like exploring the character development, not so much just all action.
Okay,
and
good.
There's a few cheesy moments, but I think we finally got a good Trek series so far.
I have no interest in Discovery or Picard anymore, but I'm kind of interested in this, and I'm glad to hear it's not bad.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised after watching Picard season 2, and again, I only watched the first season of Discovery. But yeah, man, Strange New Worlds is great. and I can't wait for the next third episode. So definitely go watch it.
Cool. I heard how Picard ends, and it's just terrible. So
You know what? The last episode of the season by far was the best one. And if you're gonna watch any of the episodes of season 2, I just watched the last one.
I've heard how much happens in it. So yeah.
Yeah, but it's the way they do it. Like it's got some feel good TNG moments in it, and not just because of who shows up or whatever, but just the way that you got Picard and Q there, and it's good. So member berries.
I just haven't been happy with Picard yet. Or Discovery.
Neither. I didn't. I thought it was boring as hell. But honestly, like they came close to making a good episode in that last episode. Like it was the best out of the whole season. So there's still some bad parts, but I would definitely watch it just to say that you could, and so you know what I'm talking about.
I've actually considered watching The Lower Decks.
I've heard that's not bad.
Man, I tried. I watched 11 minutes of it and I turned it off. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I haven't watched it.
I like cartoons a lot, though.
Me too. You know that.
True.
It's just like, ugh, man. I don't know. I still haven't. And this was like, when did I try the Star Trek cartoon, baby? Like,
I even tried the Napoleon Dynamite cartoon, even though I hated the movie.
There was a Dumb and Dumber cartoon.
Oh yeah, I've not actually seen it. I haven't. I forgot that it existed.
Was that Beavis and Butthead?
I know Ace Ventura had one, but I didn't know.
Yeah, Ace Ventura had one.
Oh,
but I
best movie cartoon is Clerks.
Oh yeah, Lorenzo.
It's if Kevin Smith just would have could have done anything he wanted, and he just made really funny, weird episodes.
Bears driving.
What was that?
Bears driving.
Oh, I remember watch it.
When they're in the courtroom and then all of a sudden it goes into Japanese anime.
Oh, right.
Stuff and bananas in the tailpipes with Eddie Murphy and Judge Reinhold. Yeah. And all of a sudden Bears driving. It's great. It's a great series. Definitely watch it. But Zach, yeah, definitely watch Strange New Worlds. And definitely watch the last episode of Picard.
So what's the premise of Strange New Worlds?
It's the captain before Captain Kirk.
Yeah. Do you know about Captain Pike?
I know a lot about Captain Pike.
That's Admiral Pike, right?
I'm asking Barry. Yeah. Okay, so Captain Pike, he was in the pilot episode of Star Trek, the original series. And then Kirk took over. But then they have the guy in the wheelchair that's covered up to his neck. And you watched the first episode of Strange New Worlds, right, Zach? You said?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm not going to say anything then. Just go watch it.
In the original series, do you remember a guy in the silver box? Like he,
they use Pike again, Captain Pike again in the new movies.
Yes. So it's about him.
Okay.
Before he ends up in that situation.
Yeah, but it's not Bruce Greenwood playing him. It's Anson Mount, which is good. It's the guy who played Black Bolt in Inhumans, but he's actually a good actor.
Have you seen Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Okay.
That reminded me of the Kids in the Hall sketch.
Kids in the Hall are
back. Yeah.
Kids in the Hall.
Two of us have seen the movie. All three of us in the theater, though.
Four of us went to the theater. 2 of us saw the movie.
Did you guys watch all Kids in the Hall?
I did back
when
then.
I was back in the day. Yeah.
No, but you haven't watched the new one?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, watch that before you watch any fucking thing else.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna watch Mike Myers' new.
I don't want to
show.
watch that. I want to watch Kids in the Hall.
Well, it's supposed to be a spinoff of So I Married an Axe Murderer, so I'm gonna watch that. But go watch Kids in the Hall first before you watch anything else. Before you watch anything else, any YouTube video, any movie, every TV show, you gotta watch. I waited. I had like the last 2 episodes. I binged the first 6 or whatever, and then I had 2, and I waited till the next day so I could savor it. Like, so I knew it was just gonna be like over, and I'd be sad and depressed because there's nothing like that on television. They don't make it like anymore. It's the closest you can get to Monty Python, but even, I dare I say it, even better because they're back, and it's absolutely amazing. Definitely watch it. I give it 10 out of 10. We'll watch it again.
Didn't it just come out like 2 days ago?
Yep, May 13th.
Okay, like I've been clicking on it. Like I've been waiting for it. I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, definitely watch it.
And Eric Andre season 6 got announced for next year, so I'm very excited about that.
But you watch like one episode of Eric Andre and you've seen it all. Kids in the Hall. It's not the same.
Oh
Kids.
yeah, they're
Can't
brilliant.
even
Maybe
compare.
that's true, but I still laugh every time. So
Of course. Yeah. But you'll nitpick a rope coming down a ravine.
oh my god, yes. Yeah. That still gets me angry and worked up. Just don't include that scene.
No matter where you go, there you are.
I stole that from James.
And I stole it from Buckaroo Banzai.
That was the beginning of our what we call fan picks, and we're doing our third one. The first one was really successful. It was one of the best picks we've ever had, which was Buckaroo Banzai. The second one, not as successful.
What was the second one?
Rolling Kansas.
You liked it though.
Oh, I grew to like it. It's an acquired taste, like Guinness beer or something like that.
What movie?
Rolling Kansas. It's
I
a
don't know.
stoner, non-stoner comedy.
It's a
Didn't you
coming
guys
of
do
age
one?
movie about stoners.
Didn't you guys do one where it's like, was it Cabin Fever
Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods, and what else was next to it?
Oh, that was just 3 ago.
Ancient history and gone to the ravages of time.
Wait, what did we watch? That's the problem. That's why I like having them saved this way. Because Mandela Effect and Van Wilder.
Yeah, and you put Cabin in the Woods next to Van Wilder. I don't know, even though I've never seen Van Wilder, but I know the premise.
Well, again, in a world that had Van Wilder, American Pie, and Road Trip, this movie was just inferior to all of them. It didn't tell a great story. It wasn't as funny. Rip Torn is awesome in it, though.
He's awesome in everything.
What's the Mandela effect?
Are you fuck off. I'm not that stoned.
Never heard of it.
What's going on with it?
It would be pretty easy to make me feel insane that way. I'm not even kidding.
Are you talking about the slump jump effect?
No, don't go there. But the last couple of weeks, we've been doing a huge Nick Cage run.
Oh yeah, it's been awesome. He's in so many good movies.
That was 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, and this was this Monday.
Nice.
We were gonna go for a third week of all Nick Cage, but I'm like, hey, we should at least do something else in between. So this week we're doing dystopian future movies. We got WALL-E, Ready Player One, and I don't want anybody to talk about the gaming. I just want to talk about the world outside of the game.
Maps.
And what else are we doing? In Time is a fan pick, and
With Justin Timberlake.
Elysium.
Elysium with Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Matt Damon. That's so awful.
What's about Pig?
Oh, that's a relatively new movie? Nick Cage is in that, right?
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
I've heard very, very good things about it.
One of the best Nick Cage movies I've ever seen.
He's like a farmer that has to get his pig back, but it's like the most epic. You care so much, and it's just
Like, are we talking John Wick get it back, or like?
There's shades of John Wick getting back, but it's more subtle than that.
I've heard very, very good things about it. Kind of forgot about.
I mean, in a couple of weeks we can revisit. Maybe every like once a quarter we can do all Nick Cage.
No, you need to go watch all Kids in the Hall and then watch Pig right after. That's in order.
There's way too much on the video plate, but Kids in the Hall will put everything on hold for 100%.
I will check it out for sure.
I want to end the stream right now to go do that.
I'll do it. Okay, you guys have a good night.
No. Have you watched the She-Hulk trailer?
Yeah, I wrote an article on it like 5 minutes after it came out.
Nice.
I have not been on Facebook today. We screened like 200 shirts with like 6 presses.
Nice. I think the Hulk looks like very chiseled. His jaw's very chiseled in this compared to Avengers Endgame. And I think it'll be good. And who cares about questionable CGI? It's just the first trailer. But if it is that CGI throughout the whole series, I'm still game anyways. Instead of them just not showing her in her Hulk form until the last episode like they would do to save money.
I agree. I want to see her be big around everyone.
Yeah, like she is in the comic. My first and only theory I have on it so far is that she's going to be tasked with clearing Abomination so that he can go join the Thunderbolts.
Ooh, that's a good theory. That's a good theory.
Or it could be 80% law drama. It's just lots of boardrooms and
Oh yeah, but that's she's a lawyer, so she would have to find a legal way to clear Abomination so that, or what the hell is what's the character's name?
Yeah, the Abomination played by Tim Roth.
His secret identity?
Yeah, well, no, it's real.
Oh,
yes, sorry, the secret identity.
Oh crap! What the hell is his
Peter Parker?
Oh man.
So do you think do you think Charlie Cox will show up?
Probably. We'll see. More so in the Echo series, but maybe they'll allude to it.
Do you think Ezra Miller will beat up any of the actors or assault them?
Only if they're Nazis.
I found out that Ezra Miller has been called. The police have been called on him 8 times this year on Hawaii.
10 times. 10 times.
Is it 10 now? Because I saw something saying 8.
The Abomination's Emil Blonsky.
That's it.
Ezra Miller, the Abomination. You're more likely to be assaulted by Ezra Miller than eaten by a shark in Hawaii.
Yeah, She-Hulk's a courtroom comedy show with shades of breaking the fourth wall.
With Ezra Miller.
So I figure it's going to go like, I thought it was going to be more like WandaVision, where it would be like really light and fluffy for a couple episodes and then like take a left turn into something darker. But I thought that before, but I think the trailer kind of shows it's probably going to stay kind of dramedy the entire time.
I think so. Mando, come here.
The other thing we were talking about tonight was Westworld.
I was just seeing how long you guys would sit in silence for.
Yeah, I know. We're stoners, and
it would have been a lot longer for me.
I'll let you guys get back to your Westworld discussion. Thanks for letting me pop on. Keep it up.
Well, thanks for the suggestion on the 3 shows. I'm probably not going to watch the Star Trek one. I'm sure you will.
I'll check out the premiere and I'll watch Kids in the Hall for sure.
Kids in the Hall, I might binge.
Watch the first 2 episodes of Strange New World, Zach, because like the first one is obviously the pilot, but the second one you can tell that's what the whole series is going to be about. It's worth it, trust me.
Cool.
All right, thanks guys.
Have a great night, and everybody go check out Small Screen.
Yes,
on
and
YouTube and Twitch.
Keep up the good work, Ryan. You're doing awesome.
Thank you, sir.
I think you should have a bongo, Ryan.
Bongo time for that James guy.
All right.
You gonna play me off?
Oh, yeah.
Play him off. What does that mean? What is that? What is that? Fuck it, we'll do it live.
And everybody definitely check out Small Screen and Geekosity. We steal most of our content from them. No, much like a lot of the channels out there, we have our places we trust when we read, and their content is almost always dead on, and they don't release stuff that isn't well researched, unlike other channels that drop shit every 3 hours that is just, oh, maybe this, maybe that, and it's just all crap.
And we try to steal their ad revenue as well. Hacking into their account, stuff like that.
I know nothing about this, but Zazie is a hacker at 2 keyboards.
Just like Hugh Jackman, the world's greatest programmer.
1992's Hackers is the most accurate computer movie of all time.
Changed my life.
With Zero Cool and Hack the System, man.
Okay, you know that film the way I know Friends.
I've only seen it once, but it's so in pop culture.
Yeah.
And people use clips of it. Maybe I should just watch it again, because you're right. Just like Friends, I should be like, here's what they do wrong. Like every step of the way.
we're joking about the fact that I've seen Friends all the way through at least 3 times. And the first time was on...
you hate it so much.
Yeah. The first time was on a suggestion of a friend that... Because I remember it being on TV and it was sort of funny. So I was like, oh no, it's one of the greatest shows ever. I'm like, all right, so I'll watch it. And I just hated it so... I'm like, this is so bad. But I watched every episode. And the second time through, I made notes. And the third time through, it's because it'd been like a year since I'd seen it. And I'm like, no, I want to refresh my arguments.
Pivot.
Oh,
pivot.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are funny scenes in the show. I'm just saying that the show is all about people that are fucking horrible, that treat each other horribly all the time, barely apologize, and no one cares.
I mean, you're not quite wrong, but it doesn't seem like that when you watch it.
It does, 100%. Like, I watch all this horrible behavior. I watch these women cheat on each other as friends. I watch the couples cheat on each other. I watch Joey hit on it.
They play some happy music at the end and you forget it.
Have you ever watched Friends with a laugh track?
Oh, I love that. It's so horrible and awkward and painful.
Yeah.
Like, these are aliens. What the hell's going on?
So they've done it with other shows. And good comedies don't need a laugh track.
There's like compilations of clips of Ross without the laugh track, and he truly seems like
hey, what? How you doing?
What?
I do love ice cream. Clearly,
I had ice cream today, chocolate ice cream.
He did. We're
talking about Friends.
Oh my God, we are. It's a topic
Ross,
I know a lot
Rachel,
about.
Joey, Chandler, Monica.
It's
Phoebe.
the worst show. I don't. Okay, but no one ever understands what I say. What I mean when I say it's the worst show ever. It's not that it's the worst show ever. It's got good production value. It's got good writers. It's funny in parts.
Smelly cat.
However,
smelly cat.
It also depicts the absolute worst behavior in humanity and never does anything to learn anything, get better by it.
Gunther has it coming.
Oh my God, because he has a crush on someone, dares to care about somebody.
But he's not as young and good looking as everyone else.
He is just treated like garbage.
Yes,
Everyone's like,
that's what he
please
deserves.
make that the norm. And then can we do it even worse by... the only show that was worse at the time was fucking Sex and the City.
I didn't watch
show was
much of that.
horrific.
The bits I saw, it's like
horrifying.
Whoa, okay. Even the author of it, I've seen. She's like, I regret making that show. It sent a horrible message, and I feel like I've
Awful
contributed
message.
to the downfall of society. Something like that.
They're not wrong.
Peanut butter breath.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, strawberry shortcake.
No.
Damn, that sounds like some
That's
good
amazing.
swamp
We are smoking some modified grape and bananas, and we're about to move on to some BC Bubba.
Turned down for what?
Turned down for what? And let's smoke a bongo time for what?
So if Ross was the largest of the friends, why didn't he just eat the others?
And honestly, he's both the worst and the best of them.
Thank you.
You caught me off guard by saying that. For what?
I'm Ross.
Oh, no, you're not. You're not the worst.
I'm not a
part of him.
paleontologist, but
no, you learned real science.
My astrological sign is Ross. Everyone's got a bit of friends in them.
No, I'm not. And
hey, Joey.
No, this has been talked about. I can't be categorized in one of them.
I guess you would have to be one of the side characters. Who would be? I'm not sure.
Jon Favreau. Yes, you can check them out. Check it out at maddablabs.com. It is our sponsor. They're also our friends. We do other things with them, but this is maddablabs.com. Look for that logo. Check them out.
You always leave the comments up over the logo.
I know, I'm horrible.
There we go.
That James guy is correct.
Maddablabs.
He should.
Check out Maddablabs.
Yes, check all the wicked strains at maddablabs.com.
And our hardware sponsor, Kuromi.
Liquid Chrome supplies in part or whole and completely or in part all of our glassware, including our dab
Liquid
rigs and
Kuromi.
Chrome.
And Metab Labs.
Chrome. Yes, Friends and Sex and the City were two of the worst shows on earth, and they were on at the same time, and the same demographic was in love with them.
Do you remember when Joey had a Ferrari for a day and then
Ferrari?
He impressed some girls with it, so then he just made a cover of a Ferrari because it got somebody parked it. They thought it was his. Then he wore all these Ferrari clothes. Come on.
Yeah, he was just standing next to somebody else's.
Then in the end, he falls into it, and it's just cardboard boxes.
I could do it.
Hey, come on. Rachel at the time was one of the best-looking girls ever.
Oh no, I'm not really attracted to Jennifer Aniston.
She was
like,
on
I'm
the
not saying
cover
she's
of everything.
I'm not trying to say she's ugly or I don't find her attractive. I'm just saying she's not my personal taste.
Her haircut changed like society,
and apparently it was an accident.
Are you a Phoebe or a Monica then?
What are none?
Oh,
All
come on.
morons.
You would say no to any of them?
Oh, like which one do I find the most attractive?
Yeah.
Probably Monica.
I guess so.
Because you like brunettes.
Maybe that chick that sounds like Fran Dresser.
Everyone liked her.
Yeah, she was awesome. Not Diane.
She was
Joanne.
the annoying one.
Joanne.
That was always with Chandler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck was her
Joanne?
name? No. Can't remember.
Okay, do you want to know what the best episode in that whole show is, though? The Phoebe Cab episode. Like the real dark one. Where it's just her, Joey, and Chandler. She's kind of dealing with her grandmother's death and shit all at the same time, and they kind of just get they're supposed to be somewhere, and they kind of just get locked into her fucking crazy, and it's really dark, and it's not as funny as the other ones, but it's real. Like it's the only episode of the whole show I felt ever said something.
You reminded me of some fan theory I think I've seen. It's really well written where the whole show is just Phoebe like imagination as she's dying from a drug overdose because that was part of her life. It's like that's why they're living in these apartments they can't afford, and everyone's
I like that.
So
that makes
friendly
me feel,
and shows up.
That's so much darker and awesome. Because did anyone watch Roseanne?
Yes.
So did you watch the 8th season?
Is that when it was a
weird.
dream? I know it was all a dream or Dan died. Or
Man,
something.
when you watch the final episode, the voiceover, as she just it's beautiful and heart-wrenching and a great conclusion, and it doesn't negate any other part of the show. It makes it all so much. I love that last episode. I forget why I brought that up because what show were we just talking about? Oh, Friends. Yeah, because that would make, like, if they would have shown Phoebe dying of a drug overdose and those were just, like, the people around her, like, oh my God, I wonder who this person is. Like, if that's how it would have ended.
Yeah.
With, like, those, like,
they're
they are all
helping her on the
friends.
street.
Yeah, like.
Or they're just the strangers that
if you
happen
just
to
get
be around.
flashbacks of her looking in the window at them and shit.
She's, like, twitching and it's, like, zooms in on
No,
her
I mean, like,
eye.
you could do, like, a whole montage of her looking in the window at them at Central Park.
Oh,
But
I
she's
see what
not
you're
actually
saying.
part of any of it, and then like Coke
that's one end.
dying out in front of it with them walking out. Like, who is this person?
Well, then that would give it almost a psycho stalkerish angle.
Beautiful, even better. Make that show at least interesting.
And you find out Ursula, her pornographic twin sister, is actually her. It's just like her mind splitting, like so she doesn't have to deal with the trauma of it. And...
DID is pretty popular in TV and film
her
right
smelly cat jingle was actually stolen from her by some executive that then took all the money. And she, it could have shown how she could have saved her life.
And it was just played on like a loop at like a TV store across the street.
Oh, it's like one of the world's most famous jingles. Yeah.
See, all of this is better writing.
Coming soon, Smelly Cat the movie.
All of this is better writing than anything I saw in that show.
That's not true at all, because look at how wildly popular it was.
When you specifically punch low and write to the lowest common denominator, look at the characters. They're the most generic fucking characters on the planet. Joey is one note from season 2 on.
You ate
And the worst part is, if you rewatch season 1, Joey's not a complete moron.
I know.
He's just like they made bad decisions. Just it's kind of like DC.
And I mean, we're gonna
they
change
swung
Ryan.
for money.
We're gonna change Ryan's character in some season 2 as well.
We weren't talking about that out loud yet. No, we're just gonna get a cardboard cutout. We're gonna see if anyone notices.
The trick is, we're gonna bring the real Ryan in. You're gonna realize this has been the cardboard cutout all along.
But what if we make you can get like the T-shirt where you like slide a phone into it and it makes the eyes?
Yeah, like Sushi Dragon wears all kinds.
Okay,
of
so
stuff
what if
like
we
that.
did that in the cutout, and it just had the mouth every once in a while, like, but it's on the phone, so they won't even. No one can tell the exactly. Like I look over at him, and that's all he does is randomly smile a bit and then go back. Like if anybody ever took this, they got like 8 hours of psychopath footage of Ryan staring at a camera. Now, if we tried to shoot him staring, he'd nonstop talk and look everywhere but the camera.
Maybe we should do that in the other great show, Seinfeld. The George Costanza method of just doing the opposite of what he thought.
Seinfeld is a better show than Friends.
Same sort of awful people, though.
Yes, but that was the point. That was totally the point. They often point out that they're together because they're the worst. That's how they end the show. Oh my God, we're friends because we suck. I love that being the final point of that show.
But I mean, she had man hands. He had to dump her.
Dee Dee Marie. Bongo time
Dee
for
Dee.
Dee Dee. I gotta break out more weed.
Man, have we gotten to a point in society where we need to clean the ovens and get them ready again? That's awful.
You should have always cleaned your oven.
I'm talking about the big ones for people. Anyway, bongo time for Dee Dee Marie.
Ryan, what is your favorite sitcom of the 90s?
That 70s show?
That'd be the 2000s.
So started in 98.
All right, I mean, we go further back.
Okay. Probably this is other home improvement, family, best friends.
You just sounded like Broomhauer. For Home Improvement, the Fresh Prince. Like you said like 3 names, but without completing one.
I mean, we're Canadian, but I don't know what that's about.
Please don't.
I'm pretty happy.
And Gutter put up a picture that disturbed me today.
Oh, I didn't check it.
Oh man, like you're not even active in our Discord. Jesus. Yes, we're stoners. The picture says all of Canada's rage is held in their geese.
Okay, I have seen that picture.
And it's like, I can't remember, but it has a boot in it.
I have chased geese with my dog to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to stop. They're starting to get aggressive back.
I don't fuck with them, ever.
Oh, well, I was chasing them off the football field for quite a while. But then they were having enough of it after like 5-10 minutes.
I sometimes walk on the other side of the sidewalk and geese are there.
Oh, they'll bite, yeah.
I bike through them all the time.
I do not fuck with geese, man. I'm just telling you that they are scary motherfuckers. They have like little teeth and shit that will bite your shit off.
Come at me, geese. I ain't afraid. Any geese watching this? Like, all right.
Just hear about local Brandeis bike geese.
I'll meet you behind the school.
He's not going to go inside to his car, and there's going to be like 3 geese just saying like, "Hey, bub, what'd you have to say?" Except Zach will sound like, "Quack."
I will fight every goose watching Twitch right now at once.
That's some big words.
Yeah.
smoking off camera. Just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Oh, who does that song 1979?
Smashing Pumpkins.
Is it? Okay.
Shaketown 1979.
Yeah. Sabrina Solo Show does an amazing cover, and it's been stuck in my head since Sunday.
Cool kids.
I think Mr. Gerb requested it. It's been in my head.
I used to cover it way back in the day. It's a fun guitar riff.
Well, she kills as she kills most songs.
She is very talented. If you are in our chat and don't already follow her, you should definitely go follow Sabrina Solo Show. But I have a feeling that most of the people in our chat already do.
At least half of them. Yeah. If not more.
Which we appreciate your support and you hanging out with us. You guys are awesome.
It's true.
Especially when
Super fun.
such great music is out there right now, like Glow Stick Willie's on. Not that I'm suggesting anyone
I love
leave.
Glow Stick Willie too. Yeah. I watch them a lot.
They have a good talk to play ratio.
They play so much, yeah.
Like, they tell you when they're going to take a break, and when they take a break, they don't sit there and shoot the shit with you like, hey, we're just going blank for a little bit. Deal with it.
It's not too hard to talk to them. Yeah, during their breaks and stuff.
But I've seen they'll just walk off, and then there's just the drummer back there, and he'll like play a little bit of jazzy beat.
And he's reading chat, and he'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Ralph.
But yeah, I really enjoy their channel. Do you want to get those?
Some YouTube spam. Not our friend Strips Without Clothing, though. I missed them. Dab time. But now I got to request 1979. Next stream I can. To get it out of my head.
Next stream, I'm going to request Dear Kimberly. Here we go on 13. Who apparently we have not mentioned enough that you are the drummer of. But Zach is the drummer of 30 Going on 13. Allegedly.
No, I'm fine. Thanks.
I'm good. I got a full Contigo. That sounded extreme. Watch. That was amazing.
You gotta hydrate your shirt.
You just hydrated your whole face. You all right?
I think so.
All right. That was amazing.
Think of how good the weed is here for that to happen.
Definitely check out madtablabs.com. They ship all over North America. We'll figure out how to get it to you.
Don't forget the swamp weed.
And I'm sure they'll give you a discount if you mention us. Actually, a couple of places have now offered discounts if you go into, but they're all places you have to walk into, which is Fun Zone Comics and Souls Liquidation.
1970. do.
A little bit of Dry Diamonds.
Now I'm hearing like the build up and the nice crescendo.
Zach's just listening to music in his head. Doing dabs, smoking bongs. Talking about Westworld, which is where we were and where we'll come back to now. So, Zach, you want to explain the first episode?
Season 3?
How we're introduced, what's going on?
It is so cool, man. Man.
I like to play.
Oh, God. No, you realize one of the AIs has escaped from Westworld. It's out in the real world. But they're giving you clues that you realize by the end that there's another AI already out in the world noticing that she's Dolores, the escaped AI, is doing stuff around the world. As like anomaly events and stuff.
Is like that looks so cool. Like it kind of brings back it reminds me of that First Contact movie. No, is it First Contact?
Man, I got really high from that dab. Thank you.
What's the movie with the amorphous blobs of black ink and the aliens? First Contact? No.
Like Star Trek?
No, damn it, we did the movie on here.
Arrival?
Yes. kind of reminded me of Arrival, like how they're using the data points and
the
the
circular
algorithmic
visualization.
data point diagram that they're using.
Because the AI can predict humanity, but it's like, I can't predict this thing. What's going on? It's Dolores.
And we should look at each of those. We should
Events?
we should like screen cap some of those events.
And now Dolores is coming for that AI because she knows it exists. She's like, I want to find out who's controlling it.
Oh, it's so good. And like that's all in the first episode. Like they just set up so much, and it gets
after two completely different seasons about equally amazing sentience and AI.
Way slower burns too. Like they were very much like when you wake up on the shore with Bernard in season 2, it's slow as fuck. Like it takes like 3 episodes to really get a clear picture of what's going on and what's going to happen.
But there's all kinds of cool misdirects, and if you like mystery movies,
for sure,
cool. Like,
but I mean,
what a twist!
In contrast to season 3, where it's like, bang, here it is, now run. Like it's if you like you're on you're on episode 4.
No, I only watched the first 2.
Okay, so like as you can see, like it's a running show. Like all right, like just you have to get it like
lots of action, and she's just out there killing lots of people because she's a robot. And she can.
And I think I like that dichotomy because it kind of shows where the real world began. Because the real world is hectic. The real world can't be slowed down. Where in the simulation inside Westworld, they could slow it down.
And then in episode 2, you experience inside the simulation with Maeve.
Right, yes. Well, and you missed the post-credit scene because you left before it played. No. But there is a post-credit scene where Maeve wakes up with now the Frenchman, but her boyfriend. Do you remember Maeve, the one that could control all of them?
Oh, yeah.
So she wakes up, but she's in Nazi Germany or Poland, whatever that era. France, maybe? I don't know.
It's another simulation in Westworld of World War II. Okay. Sure. But it's a simulation. It's not the real world at all. It's all in a computer.
Okay, I'm like, fuck, I don't remember where that's explained. But yeah, that's explained in episode 2. So yeah, she's entirely... Well, you're going to... He hasn't seen episode 2. But... Well, I guess so. You could also redeem channel points for a bongo time. It's our only thing.
Didi Marie.
Oh no, she definitely doesn't need to. I just like it's the only thing we set up that does that works.
Yeah, it's true.
And it doesn't even work. We have to look at it on a device.
We should have like little.
Oh, she did too. Bongo time.
Bongo time for Didi Marie.
I guess all it really does is notify us of it. I forgot we didn't do a graphic
we
for
need
it.
to have an alert, but we're switching software soon anyway, and we'll fix it. Or we'll just talk about it and get stoned.
No, it has to be switched. Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. I've probably had a dream with Didi Marie name song in it because it's just so catchy. And there's like 3 of them.
Hi, Kevin.
Kevin,
Zach
we
and
had bacon and salmon today too.
Oh yeah.
Just not in Hawaii.
So you're saying Didi's been in your dreams?
Yeah. I guess technically I'm saying that has happened.
That is a factual thing that has happened.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've had dreams about you guys too, so don't take your mind to the gutter mofo with that. I don't know.
And if you were to believe Doctor Strange, you could be experiencing other realities with us.
Let's not think about it. I don't know.
Do you believe that other realities could be reached through dream?
No. But dreams are pretty cool.
Wow. That's really not a bad deal. Like, I don't mind crumble as long as if they are terp adding for flavor afterwards, they're doing it properly and just with hints of. But a lot of places 7 grams of flour. Well, 50 is not bad, but to be doing to get 10 grams of product for $50, that's pretty good. Although we did just buy a pound of weed.
It's true. I'm
But-
getting a significant amount of weed. I'm very happy about it.
It's like Ryan, can you pass me that bag?
Oh,
Careful, it's not actually closed. We go through a lot of weed on the channel, so when we do events, we give away, like, the last event we gave away a quarter pound with our sponsor Mad Dab Labs, and the event before that we gave away 2.5 ounces in joints. So it's nice to have a large stock that we put away for big events that we do, and we're like 5 comments behind.
I don't even know what's going on.
Man, I'm so high. Oh my god.
I don't know. If
No, I want to
about
move on. I don't want to think about that at all, Kevin. Wait, go back. I was reading her comment.
Oh, sorry.
She got an ounce for 30, but it's not the best.
I'm too high to be in control of this.
See, this stuff is a good trip.
This guy fucks. Hey, welcome back, man.
It smokes well. It's got a little back. Oh, Ryan, you want to try some?
It's very cool to have this much weed around.
And it's funny because you put that back over there. Well, we often have this much weed around just.
And there's extracts everywhere, and hash. And...
I like to do drugs.
I like to play.
What's everybody else got their weed for?
Nice. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yes, that is accurate description of the current situation.
Yeah.
Well, we did that twice, 2 or 3 times last year, and then there was the 2 ounces of diamonds that we bought for the show.
Oh my goodness, Kevin's going off the rails here.
What has Kevin got going on?
I think he's still on the fetal orgasms or some derivative of it.
And actually, like, we plan on sending out more stuff to more fans and stuff, but we actually sent Kevin out a care package of some shatter. I hope you were able to smoke that. I didn't think to ask in advance if you had a dab rig, but
BONGO bongo, Ryan.
BONGO bongo is his name.
Oh my god, Didi, you were so funny when he said that and you sang that last night.
On your own stream, yes.
Oh yeah. The bongo time there is for you, buddy.
We love you too, Kevin. It's awesome having you here all the time. And hearing about your crazy adventures and finding new species of creature.
Yes.
In Hawaii. Oh man, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Man, I'm already so high. I don't need this at all.
But Didi Marie called the bongo time. Oh no, she didn't. My phone was just behind. Technically only called Ryan out for bongo time. But that's the new stuff. What do you think?
I'm trying to smoke it.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Westworld.
Back to Westworld.
Living in the simulation like we are.
Back to Westworld. So in episode 1 and 2, you get a lot of setup. So it does run a lot faster, a lot quicker. It's not a back and forth. And it gets really interesting. Like, I can't wait for episode 3 and 4.
I'll be catching up soon. I'm really into this show.
And they explain a lot of why it's not a good thing to give this much of our life to technology.
Oh, and you see the billionaire class and how much power they have. And...
Wait, by the end of episode 2, is he and his robot, like, did they use his chip against him?
I don't know anything about a chip, but there's...
Well, they talk about his implant in episode 1. Jesse. His name's not Jesse, but that's how I always remember.
Jesse from Breaking Bad.
Oh, that's amazing. And if there's a video, is it on your YouTube? Because we will definitely watch it on here.
Nice. We are very high on this right now as well, man. What?
I enjoy being this level of stoned.
What?
And I am always so appreciative, but always so shocked when I realize other people want to watch us be this high and be this high with us.
And talk
And
about
we appreciate
Westworld
that.
and nerdy stuff.
Yes. Well, we talk about everything nerdy. It's fun when we're this high and talk about science. Or other things that aren't science, like astrology and flat earth theory.
I was going to say Friends and Seinfeld.
Oh, there's no science in there. Although I've always wanted the elephant shower head.
What's the elephant shower head?
The one they used to clean elephants with. You don't remember the
What does that
episode?
have to do with any of these?
The building, you just said Seinfeld.
Yeah, is that an episode?
Yeah.
Oh,
The building loses water pressure. Jerry's mad because his hair is flat. So Kramer knows a guy, of course. And then he gets these shower heads that are like designed to like wash elephants at high pressure.
And they're great?
No.
Oh.
He's like, no, I don't want that. And when Kramer, it's like the post credit, Kramer uses it like shoots him into the back of the shower and shit. Oh, that show did make me want chicken.
Science.
What are you smoking, Dee Dee?
Man, if we ever do, we will totally be meeting up with you.
Oh, yeah. Mythical beings. I love mythical beings.
Like Ryan.
Ryan's a mythical being. A fourth dimensional being that may or may not exist in this time and space right now.
I think I've seen cave carvings of Ryan.
Yes. And also not. They're like particles coming in and out of existence.
Once in a while, when there's like a new sinkhole that happens and they find a cave system, they find an etching of Ryan once in a while in those.
In all the tunnels, in all of Elon Musk's tunnels are etchings of Ryan.
Well, the ratio of how to the tunnel is based on the curls of Ryan's hair. Some mathematical properties there.
Oh my god, could you imagine if things like that had like quantum entanglement to other things?
The ratio of designs and like in the tunnel and stuff.
Yeah.
Or it had like magical significance, like witch coven stuff. Like toil by oil, toil in trouble, do it in 3.
Okay, listen, there's an algae that can design better systems.
Communication networks, yeah.
Oh no, this was the
like
Japanese the Japanese
they follow the way algae grows when you give it space.
Subway system.
Yeah. And to solve problems.
Yeah, like it's considered
throughput problem.
An intelligent organism.
Elon Muskets. Alracia, let's have another bong. Ryan?
Mabanga?
Will you do one with me?
Oh, of course. Why would that be an option not to?
All for one and one for all.
Are we mice now?
It was the worst of times. It was the blurst of times.
Are we mice now? The Three Musketeers?
I was thinking 3 blind mice.
That's better.
That's a very meaty and offensive joke, and I love it.
What picture?
I think maybe the emote from what?
I have no idea.
Hover over it. It might give us a clue. Or like the font in the...
I have to go to YouTube.
You can only do it in Twitch, yeah.
Yeah, but he's from YouTube.
We can't do it. It's going to be a mystery. I don't think I'll be home till quite late, so I don't think I'll have time. And my dog's sick, so I got to spend some time with her.
Speaking of which, I think maybe, although I don't want to quit, we should probably not go too late so that you can be home tending to your sweet, sweet puppy.
She has been home alone and she's not doing well.
Yes, so with a sick puppy in mind. Those are all definitely words that we have used on this channel. They really are.
Bill Burr.
Team Coco.
Yep. I do love
We
Conan.
puff a lot. Swamp Dab, Bongo. We've actually talked about the film Deep Throat.
50 Cent.
I've recently said I remember when gas was under 50 cents a liter.
We ordered mushrooms at a restaurant that misspelled mushroom on the menu today.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. That happened.
Kevin
That
spelled it right.
legitimately happened. But she should be fine soon.
Dee Dee's Osprey.
Am I having an internet grandpa moment, or did she just type that backwards?
It's just a type.
Okay. Listen, man, I don't want to assume anything anymore. You call me internet grandpa.
Drink to shrink the mushroom tea.
Well, we do mushrooms, and I can't even say we do them a lot because we haven't done them in a really long time. But
you kind of gave up on mushrooms. You were such an advocate.
Yeah, I still got a lot of mushrooms.
We have a lot of mushrooms.
Love you too, Kevin. It's all full of love today.
Pretzel catch to the face. I mean, you want to catch a butt in your mouth? No, I wouldn't actually throw a butt at you, man.
No, I want a pretzel.
And we love you too, Kevin. What? I'm guessing that's a movie quote. I just don't remember the movie. Anything else we want to add about? Okay, so next week, everything's coming out in a progression right now that we're going to be compiling what we're watching at the same time because we all love the shows that are coming out. So in a week, it's a week away. It'll be 2 weeks from now. We'll be watching.
What? Say the name of the show.
Stranger Things.
Okay.
It comes out Thursday though. The next Thursday. So by the following Wednesday, I will have watched Stranger Things. I can promise you that.
Oh, I'm going to watch Stranger Things right away.
And I'm pretty sure my wife's away for a couple days in that, taking care of her parents' dog. So there'll be a lot of binging. I'll live in the living room. I'll probably move the rats into another room so maybe I could breathe.
We don't drink on stream. We just smoke.
I mean, I don't care if we drink. Just none of us are big drinkers.
Nah. Although I'm going to get drunk tomorrow at the show.
And sleep here.
Oh, I'll have 3 drinks and then sober up long before the last band's done. That's how I do it.
I will probably just walk down because we're 3 blocks from the venue. Which
a good idea.
It will be streaming
on the 30 going on 13 channel.
Yes. And I will try and chat and explain what's going on there. And then
yeah, everyone's stoned.
You're just the only
Twitch chatter.
Twitch chatter, yeah.
We got our friends Kevin, and a couple others.
I always wonder who smokes along every time. To whichever side is the weakest. I'd imagine.
There might be a clever answer, but I don't know it. I'm so lonely, I could cry.
Yeah, I always wonder who actually tries to smoke every time we smoke.
I think it's just people randomly join in when they go, hey, they're smoking. Or we have our countdown from 3.5 minutes to 0. It's you can smoke along when this super long counter is done.
It is amazing how long 30 seconds is.
In today's world, it's 6 years. Time is money.
We made a lot of mistakes. Turn back.
If I could turn back.
We need that the Dr. Farnsworth meme up. Yeah, our sponsor, Mad Dab Labs.
Also known as Metablabs.
No, it's not. It's just mad
Mad
Dab
Dab
Labs. I know, it kind of loosens your
And
tongue up if you
liquid
say it too
chromium.
much.
Clearly says Mad Dab Labs.
You're so funny. Well, again, just like, well,
don't worry, we now cut it way short.
Well, it's funny. So when we went to the music video earlier and we were chatting, Zach picked up his bong and hit it, and I made a comment about like it's funny that you smoke off camera, like that we do. We even smoke off camera. Like we're taking a break and just shooting the shit. We'll still hit the bong, and we often come back to like blowing smoke out when we.
See, problem solved. Very short countdown.
I guess we could just say how many seconds we're going to go.
Leave them guessing. Confuse the audience.
I don't think that'll be a problem given our demographic. I can't.
Sorry, I've gotten goofy off all these dabs and pot.
And it's at this point where we're goofy enough where I'm like, do we keep going because we're just goofy, or do we call it a night?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do a 10-second countdown. It's just gonna weirdly start at 30 and end at 20. And when we come back, we're gonna say bongo time and hit, or we'll turn it off earlier. But we'll be back in we'll be back in 30 to 1 seconds. you just
31 seconds?
30 to 1.
321?
No, 30 seconds. Somewhere between 30 seconds and 1 second is when we'll be back.
Number 12 is the magical number, though.
12? I thought it was
12
3.
Fossils, 12 everything.
3. That's the magic
Wow. Does your imaginary friend tell you that number's important?
Bongo time. It's so obvious the AI would win in Westworld if it got loose.
Yes.
It would beat us so easily.
So yes, if you want to watch stuff along and you're bored, our movies this week are Wall-E, Ready Player One, Elysium, and our fan pick from DD Best Mod, In Time,
starring Justin Timberlake,
which we all agreed we really like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
He did bring sexy back all by himself. That couldn't have been easy. And thank you for doing it, JT.
I learned that was one of my first songs to learn on drums because it's easy beat.
Yeah. Honestly, when I just want to bang out drums, I put in headphones, like earbuds, and I put on pop music and hip hop and stuff, like, because it's just
it's just 4/4 and
yeah, you can just do
very
fills
predictable
over
fills,
it, or really really shitty pop punk, like ones that don't have a good drummer. Seconds in the timer. Wow, Kevin has had some drinks, and Kevin has definitely had some drinks, and I love him for it.
All right, so we're gonna raid our friend 420.
Oh, I was just checking who was there, but
well, I should get going.
All right, yeah, Zach has to go. So final bongo time.
All right,
Zach, anything you'd like to add?
Swamp weed's the best weed. And thanks everyone for hanging out and watching. And Dee Dee, thanks for chatting lots.
And sorry for those playing, but it looks like Ryan won the staring contest tonight. Please come back next week and try again. We'll be back Monday watching the movies I previously said as well. Wednesday, we'll be talking about Westworld, season 3, episode 4, 5, and maybe, or 3, 4, maybe 5. Yeah,
I'm probably going to binge a few because I'm really into it. So
me too. I really liked watching it, and I think Ryan enjoyed it. So maybe we'll watch it at like lunch and shit at the office for the next couple of weeks. Yeah. So thanks for smoking along. Stay tuned and stay lifted. We're going to play a video and raid because I forgot to raid.
Yeah, we're gonna rate
I'm
our
not a
friend
smart man.
420 Sesh.
I like rating him. That sounds more sexual than I meant it to. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, and we'll be back. Here's Zazie in a video.